Okay, so before anything else, I apologize for the noise. I'm currently at a boat, as you can see. And anyways, so for number one, your experiment output as well as a quick run through on what you did on this experiment. So first of all, we first took the pole zero of an open loop function. So that would be the g of s and h of s. And moving on, we also solved for the corresponding magnitude, the corresponding angle, the gain, and we solved that through the evaluation at different poles. And we also took into account the R locus command in MATLAB. And moving on, we also plotted the step response at different gains or different Ks. Moving on, we also manually calculated for the closed loop poles. And moving on, we also verified the gain values or the Ks we have obtained through the closed loop poles we have also obtained. Moving on, we also plotted the pole zero plot, and we also plotted the root locus of the g of s, h of s, using the open loop equation we have obtained. And lastly, with these parameters, we then manually solved for the gain or our k. Now, for number two, discussion on the challenges in performing this experiment or understanding the concept. So it goes without doubt that root locus is really like one of the hardest topics when we talk about control systems, because it consists of a very thorough process in solving. You know, it involves taking into account the open loop equation, then obtaining the desired poles from the closed loop equation. So it also obtains getting the closed loop poles, and it then takes into account the overshoot, the settling time, and so much parameters. Hence, it's really a difficult topic to understand. However, it's fortunate that during our lecture, we already discussed and had prior quizzes under Sir Salva when it came to root locus problems. So that was definitely a boost in understanding these concepts. So moving on, the notes to myself is definitely to understand more how I can use MATLAB to, simulate problems involving root locus, because I already know how to theoretically and manually compute for root locus problems. However, I'm not the best when it comes to creating codes that solve for root locus plots using MATLAB. So I guess if there's a note to myself, then it's definitely to improve my MATLAB skills, especially when dealing with the root locus problems.